Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my entire perfume collection. If you are not new to my channel, you know that I love talking about perfume. I love to smell good and I love to have a lot of different options. I love to watch perfume videos, which do influence me. So this video is just for fun and we're going to go ahead and get into it. But first, don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And you can also come join me over on Instagram and Twitter. They are linked in my description box down below. And since these videos tend to be longer ones, we're just gonna go ahead and dive right into it. I'm gonna start at random in no particular order. The one that I'm seeing here that I really wanna pick up and talk about is Shiseido's Zen. This is a bit more of a spring summer fragrance for me, but I would totally wear this year round as well. This would be a really great signature scent because it just has that all occasion quality to it. What I think I'm going to do for this video is post screenshots of the Fragrantica notes on the screen so that you guys can see the notes that are in each fragrance, but then I'm just going to describe them, what they smell like to me. I don't really see someone super young wearing this, although wear whatever you want. I feel like it doesn't smell so mature that it's only for someone older, but it definitely has that mature, classy quality to it. You definitely get some of that patchouli in there. Right when you smell it, you just get that little hint, which I personally love, especially in this fragrance. It goes so well with this scent. A little bit of juicy pineapple, some florals, and I'm not sure what all the notes are in here, but I just know that it's an absolutely beautiful scent. And if you have not tried this one out and you love fragrance, this is a really classy, feminine, beautiful scent. I get a little bit of grapefruit in this as well. This perfume is actually compared to Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, and I did a whole video comparing them. I wouldn't say that this is a dupe, but it's definitely in the same fragrance family, and that is Shiseido Zen. Now let's talk about a cold weather scent. The next one I have here is Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. So pretty. I just love this bottle. And this fragrance is in the same type of fragrance family as Black Opium. This fragrance is definitely very warm and sweet. When I first smell it right in the opening, I get caramel more than the other notes, I feel like. I do catch a hint of that orange blossom, which is what Black Opium has. And then this also has notes of coffee, which it has that undertone for sure, but I don't know that I would know that this has coffee in it if I hadn't read the notes. This is a perfect night out winter fragrance, but you can totally wear it during the day as well. I would wear this during the day, but I don't think I would wear it in the summer or spring unless it was a cool night, just because I feel like this could get a little bit cloying in the heat, and it is definitely more of a cold weather fragrance like Black Opium. I know I keep comparing it to Black Opium, even though I wouldn't say they're the same, but it does have that quality to it, and it smells more like Black Opium in the dry down, whereas the opening has more of that caramel note to it, which Black Opium does not have. It does have more of the Black Opium scent in the dry down. For me, at the very end of the day, this starts to smell a little bit like Flower Bomb. It just has that kind of quality to it. Some more of the florals come out, I would say. Yeah, I really like this one for the cold weather. Let's talk about a couple from this brand, Dossier. I just did a sponsorship with them and I've really been enjoying these. I have smelled the originals of both of these fragrances, and these are dupes for Lancôme La Vie Belle, and then we have a dupe for Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gioia, and they both smell identical to their original fragrances. Oh my gosh, this dupe of the Lancôme one is Gourmand Orange Blossom. It just smells absolutely heavenly. It is spot on, and I really have been enjoying wearing this one a lot. I can't stop putting it on. La Vie Belle is a very sweet, warm gourmand, hence the Gourmand Orange Blossom. And then the one for the Acqua di Gioia is Aquatic Peony. Acqua di Gioia is a fresh, kind of watery, little bit of mint, light daytime scent, and this one is just a great signature fragrance as well. So I will have Dossier's website along with the rest of these perfumes linked down below. Hopefully I can find them all. Let's talk about a cheapie and a summertime fragrance. This is H&M Sunray. Now the reason I purchased this is because I heard that it was a dupe for Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. This smells so good. I've never smelled the Tom Ford one, but this is just a warm, musky, suntan kind of scent. but in a very mature, classy way. I just really enjoy this fragrance. The lasting power isn't phenomenal, but I would say it's pretty good, and the projection is great for the first couple of hours. Apparently, this only has one note, and it's just solar notes. That's what's listed on the Fragrantica website, but it definitely has a bit of a floral to it. It's warm and musky and just beautiful. This is a great, great summertime everyday scent. If you like warm scents, this is not a fresh citrus at all to me. So if you want something more tropical, this is more of a suntan lotion kind of scent without being generic, if that makes sense. Let's grab my most recent fragrance. So we have Lemon number 1999 by C.O. Bigelow. It's just this beautiful clear glass bottle with a black cap and this yellow detailing. The liquid is clear, and so it just looks stunning on the bathroom counter or your vanity. This fragrance was actually sent to me through Octoly, so thank you so much to Octoly and C.O. Bigelow for sending me this fragrance. This is a 3.4 ounce 100 ml bottle. So this is a fresh citrusy lemon. Obviously it's lemon, so it's citrus, but this is not a cakey, artificial kind of lemon, which is not my type of scent at all. I don't like that in perfume. It's just not me. But this is a very fresh, almost like a sparkling lemon water. It's very juicy with a little undertone of musk. And then in the dry down, this does become a little bit more soapy and almost peppery. And then you get that musk as well. So it's a lovely fragrance. I have to say I prefer the opening to the dry down. I just prefer that fresh, sparkling lemon scent over the peppery kind of soapy lemon, but it still smells nice throughout, and I'm excited to play around with this one more in the spring and summer months, since I probably won't be pulling this out too much this winter. I will have this linked down below, as well as the other fragrances. Like I said, I see my Mon Paris, so I'm going to talk about this one next. So this is a fragrance by YSL, another absolutely stunning bottle, and oh, it smells so good. So this is actually my niece's like signature scent. She bought this, and that's kind of what put me onto this fragrance. I have another one here that's another friend's signature scent, but I don't wear them often. I just love these fragrances so much, so I just couldn't resist purchasing this one. It just smells so good. I rarely wear this, like I said, and not when I'm around her, but it's so beautiful. This definitely is another very sweet scent. It opens with that juicy fruit like strawberry, raspberry. It's very delicious. But then you also smell that peony and that jasmine. It has like that floral undertone. I love the scent of peony, and I love that I can get that in this. And then it dries down to like a patchouli, vanilla base scent, and that really comes through in the fragrance throughout. Like even in the opening, you smell that warm, sweet base. It's not just fruity, which is not my type of scent. And you'll see here when I talk about fragrances, fruity on its own is just not really me. I love a good fruity floral if it has vanilla or some depth to it, but something like Versace Bright Crystal or even Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, not really me. I can deal with light blue, and I do like some other fresh scents like the Acqua di Gioia. I like Dylan Blue by Versace, but just in general, fruity florals on their own with no depth to them aren't my favorite. It's not a rule, it's just my experience, but I just love YSL Mon Paris. Another good signature scent, I would say you can wear this pretty much anytime. It's just such a feminine fragrance, and I love that. Okay, let's talk about another affordable fragrance. I have the Zara Tobacco Collection Rich Warm Addictive. This is a beautiful winter fragrance. I love this bottle. This is actually a cologne from the men's section at Zara, but it smells unisex to me. A lot of women have been talking about this all over YouTube, and I was really excited to pick it up for these colder months, and it just smells so addictive. It really is. Now, this isn't the type of scent that I would want to smell like all the time for me personally, just because it does have that strong like rum kind of undertone. You can kind of smell the tobacco. It has vanilla, and I think there's a floral note in here like peony or something. Sorry guys, I can't help but sniff these fragrances while I talk about them. This is definitely unisex. A man can totally wear this. There was actually someone here the other night that said that they figured this was a cologne or unisex scent when they smelled it right away because it does have a little bit of that manly appeal, but it is also very warm and sweet at the same time. Something about it smells like it can also be feminine, but really it's just a warm, addictive kind of scent. I do really like it for when I just want to feel cozy and warm and it's really cold outside. So that is Zara Rich Warm Addictive. I feel like I'm taking so long. This video is going to be a million years long. Let's grab Si Passion by Giorgio Armani. I have to say, I prefer this a little bit more to the original Si. I know the original Si is so popular, and that is a beautiful scent. But when I smelled this, Si Passion, I fell absolutely in love with it. Something about the sharp floral note at the top, but it also has this sexy, just like depth to it. It's really intoxicating. I've described this fragrance as that before, I believe. It's intoxicating to me. I haven't used this as much since I have a lot more fragrances, but I went through like half of this bottle in the fall, like the year before last, because I really wanted to remember that fall when I smelled this fragrance. I took a girls' trip to Rhode Island, so it was like an East Coast thing, and I was wearing this perfume all the time, and it just has that memory attached to it for me, but it's also just such a beautiful scent to wear all year round. This would be a great signature fragrance. I know this fragrance is controversial and a lot of people don't like it, but for me, it's just a love. And this is not the type of scent that I usually gravitate towards, so it's very interesting. But I do really like this, and I tend to wear this in the cooler months. I know a lot of people say this is a spring or even summer fragrance for them, but for me, this is definitely a cooler weather fragrance. I just feel like it works best in the winter and the fall even. So yeah, I love Si Passion by Giorgio Armani. We also have Flower Bomb right here in front of me. This is just a beautiful, classy, feminine fragrance. I wore this again a couple of days ago, and I just was like, why do I not wear this more often? I forget about it because I have so many. And this one just seems like so overused, so popular, but I don't know why that keeps me from wearing it, because I love it and I will always repurchase it, even if this is a really popular scent. Someone was at my house just the other day and was saying that this is like their favorite out of all the scents that they smelled of mine. It's a warm floral. It has a sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet. I'm not gonna rant on about this one because most of you guys probably know what this smells like. That is Flower Bomb. I guess I'll grab a celebrity fragrance. We've got the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. I don't like this packaging at all. If this just looked like this and had like maybe a square cap or something more simple, it wouldn't be so bad, but I don't like the cloud that it comes in. This is an addicting, warm, sweet scent. I know what people mean when they say this has like a cologne kind of vibe to it, but to me it still smells too feminine. It has a little bit of a coconut undertone, and this is compared to Baccarat Rouge from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I don't know how to say that. I have a little dupe oil of that Baccarat one. It's like a dupe in an oil form, and I love to layer it with this because they smell so similar. But this does have a little bit more of like a plasticky note with a teeny bit of coconut. It's nothing too intense, and it's mainly just in the opening. When it dries down, it's more sweet and like whipped cream, burnt sugar kind of. It does have more of that plasticky coconut note that the other one doesn't have. Even though I haven't smelled the original Baccarat, I have smelled intentional dupes, and this does have that extra note, but it still smells so similar, and it's just a really pretty scent. I would say that the lasting power on this could be better. It doesn't project like crazy, but it's still a really nice, pretty, affordable scent, and it smells like marshmallows and whipped cream, and I really like Ariana Grande Cloud. Okay, so I have Escada Turquoise Summer. This is obviously another summer scent. This definitely opens up a little soapy, which I don't know if I mentioned that in my summer fragrances video that I talked about this in. So it does have a little bit of a soapy opening, but it's nothing too intense. It's not like the JLo Miami Glow, which I'll talk about in a second. This has an opening strawberry note. You definitely smell it right away, and just lots of other fruits and tropical things. And this would be a great fragrance to wear on your tropical vacation if that's what you're looking for. This is a good one, Escada Turquoise Summer. Let's talk about this beautiful fragrance. This is Insolence by Guerlain. I can't pronounce anything. So this is a powdery violet scent. It smells like violet candies. I can vouch for that. I have smelled violet candies, and this smells pretty much identical to it. This has violet and maybe some iris. I think it has vanilla as well, which comes through a little bit, but it's still more floral than anything. It just has a powdery, clean violet scent to it. And this definitely has a mature quality to it. I'm trying to think of how to word this. If you easily think that scents smell too mature or too grandma-ish when you smell a fragrance, that's just something that you experience a lot, you probably won't like this. I love so many different types of fragrance and categories, and even though this is not a scent that I would normally go for ever, I just think that it is so feminine and beautiful and timeless, really. Even though this is something that someone might have worn in the early 1900s and that would have been a typical scent back then, like a violet essential oil or something, it just doesn't turn me off. I really like that about this scent. But this has more of a clean kind of scent to it. Gabriella Francesca described this as fairy soap. She's the one who put me onto this. She's the reason I bought this. She just raved about it and I found it super discounted. So it has such a beautiful bottle. I love the bee bottle, but it's definitely not for everyone. It's simply not. And this is the eau de toilette version. I should have mentioned that. Let's talk about a staple in my collection. Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. Love the Jo Malone bottles. Unlike anything I've ever smelled before, this really smells like realistic blackberries and woodiness and bay leaves, and it smells realistic. Now, it does have a little bit of a cologne-y or perfumey scent to it, like just a little bit, but it is so realistic for a fragrance. It's just crazy. It smells fresh. It is not sweet at all. This is more feminine to me, but a man could wear it. Tart and fresh. I don't know if anyone has smelled this that didn't like it. Everyone who smells this is always like, wow, that's different. Then they are always intrigued by it and they always end up liking it. Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay, definitely a really good, different, but also likable and wearable fragrance. Actually, let's next, before we get into the rest of these, quickly speed over some fragrances that I am going to be selling or giving away because I like them. All of these I like, but I'm not obsessed with them. So let's go over those really quickly. I guess this would be kind of like a declutter. I don't know. I think I'm going to list them on my Mercari. So I will link my Mercari down below, and then once I post these or list these, you guys can check them out if you're interested. I don't reach for these enough in order to keep them. So the first one is Laura Mercier Eau Gourmand Creme Brulee. I got this at TJ Maxx. I only sprayed it once or twice. It smells really good, but it's not something that I will gravitate towards. It has a sweetness to it, like a milky quality. I smell a little bit of caramel. It's not a bad scent at all. I think it's really nice, but it's not really groundbreaking, but at the same time it's different, if that makes sense. Like, it's a little bit different for me. But then it also doesn't have any distinct qualities that draw me towards it. So yeah, I talked too long about that one. Then we have Eau de Givenchy Rosé. I think I talked about this in my favorite spring and summer fragrances, guys. And it is a lovely fragrance. It's not too floral. It has like a watery rose kind of scent and it's beautiful. But I have so many here, I just don't think I'm going to reach for this one, if I'm being honest. I would recommend this. I just don't think that it's my favorite out of all of my fresh florals. That's not my favorite type of scent anyways, so I don't know. I also love the bottle, but I think I'm gonna have to let this one go. I can't hold on to fragrances forever. I might get judgment for this. Oh, my necklaces. This is YSL Libre. This is a really beautiful, feminine, mature scent, but again, it is just not my favorite. I have something very similar to this that has lavender in it as well, because this has lavender and orange blossom, and it's kind of like an aromatic kind of scent. And I have something else that's kind of similar to this, but without the sharpness. It has more of a warm depth to it, which I prefer over this. It has great lasting power. Then we have Mûr. This is the blackberry scent from Soli Notes. I just purchased this. I only sprayed it once. I have the box for this as well. This is a very soapy, artificial kind of blackberry scent. It's not warm and sweet and delicious like I was hoping for, which, I mean, blackberries I guess wouldn't be really warm, but I just pictured more of a either realistic or then a really sweet blackberry, and this is more soapy and harsh kind of, to be honest. So I think I'll be getting rid of that one. And then we have Signorina by Salvatore Ferragamo, and this is a really cute bottle. I really like this. This is too powdery and too much like Chloe for me. If I had to choose between the Signorina and the Eau de Givenchy Rosé and then the Chloe fragrance, I would definitely choose these two. I think they are great alternatives and they're better than Chloe in my opinion. Chloe is too strong and too powdery for me. These are a little toned down. They still have that same vibe. They're very similar, but I still don't go for this kind of scent. I know I'm never going to reach for this. This is the EDT version. I think I'm forgetting to say if these are EDT or EDPs. I'm sorry for that. It's just not me. It's not my type of scent. Let's talk about some fragrances I love. Some more dupe fragrances. We have 2 layered fragrances. These are the 2 that I kept. I did a sponsorship with them. Was it last year? And I really enjoy the layered fragrances, but I have so many I couldn't keep them all. So I have Paris Nights and First Kiss. Paris Nights is the one that smells like the YSL Libre to me a little bit. This is supposed to be a dupe for Mon Guerlain, but it is a little bit warmer, and to me it just smells better. It's a little bit sweeter as well. I definitely love this for the winter months. It's very cozy and sensual. But then we also have layered First Kiss, and this is, oh my gosh, you guys, this scent is intoxicating. This is also a dupe fragrance, and this is a dupe of Delina by Parfum de Marly. It is a peony and lychee rhubarb scent. It has other notes in there as well, but I just can't remember. I definitely smell the peony and the rhubarb and the lychee, but surprisingly enough, I do not like lychee generally. It's more of a fresh fragrance note, and it's just not my favorite. But in this First Kiss scent, again, a dupe for Delina, in here, it is so intoxicating mixed with that peony and that rhubarb and the deeper notes. It's just such a beautiful, feminine, all the way fragrance. The projection and lasting power on this is insane. It is strong when you smell it out of the cap. So people who come into my house and smell this are like taken aback. They're like, whoa, that's intense. But usually they end up really liking it. If they spray it on themselves or if they give it some time, this usually ends up being a popular one. It's just intense at first, but it's so beautiful. Let's talk about Jimmy Choo. This is the EDT version, not to be mistaken for the EDP. So it has this like light bottle with the clear juice instead of the dark one, which is what the EDP comes in. I thought this was the EDP when I purchased this. It was on sale at Walmart. But then I realized this is not the warm scent that everyone's talking about. So this is fresh. It has a green note to it. It has pear, which I really smell in here, and I love pear in my fragrance. It has a similar quality in a sense to the Si Passion, in the sense that it is that fresh kind of floral perfume, but there's something about it that creates a depth and kind of like an intoxicating, enveloping quality. I'm not sure what it is in these, but this Jimmy Choo, even though it's a fresh scent, it's different, and that's why I like this one. JLo Miami Glow. You guys, I'm so sad. I think this is officially discontinued. Good thing I have most of my bottle left, but I'm never going to want to use it up because now it's discontinued, and I love this. This is a soapy, fruity, little bit of coconut, summertime fragrance. I was not expecting this to smell this way when I purchased it and smelled it for the first time. I took the trinket off, by the way, because I just like it better without. I was not expecting this scent to be so soapy. It's not super fruity. You definitely smell passion fruit in this, which is like the main fruity note, I believe, but it's not a traditionally fruity scent. It's a little bit more of the suntan lotion type of scent, but it's still not like that because it's too soapy and fresh to be that way. But it has this passion fruit coconut undertone to it, but it is discontinued, so I'm pretty sure you can't get your hands on this anymore, which makes me really sad. I looked everywhere, but at least I have this bottle. Okay, Good Chemistry Brainiac. This I think might be discontinued. I purchased it on Mercari. I heard Gabriella Francesca talk about it, so I wanted to pick it up. It smells a little bit unisex. It's like a cologne for women, kind of, because it has like that cologne-y vibe to it, but it still smells like a woman would wear it. So it's like a clean, spicy, fresh kind of unisex fragrance. And this one is definitely not my typical go-to type of fragrance, but it is unique in a way that I like, and I like having this kind of cologne-esque fragrance in my collection. MAC Candy Yum Yum. This is a delicious, sweet, this has guava in it, which I definitely smell. I've heard people say this smells like a Victoria's Secret perfume, and I figured out which one it is, at least to my nose. So I have this little very sexy body mist that is very old. This is definitely the old packaging, but this is what that smells like to me. The Candy Yum Yum is sweeter and a little bit more girly and like pink smelling. This is like the night out version of that, but it smells so similar to me. Very Sexy by Victoria's Secret and MAC Candy Yum Yum. Like I said, this is sweeter, but it has a similar quality, and I really like this one. It's just a great sweet summer scent, but you could really wear it kind of any time of year just because it's that kind of girly young scent. Pink Sugar, a classic, truly. I have had this fragrance for years. It's so connected to memories of dating my husband when we first started dating. This is my second bottle of Pink Sugar, which is saying a lot because this is the first full bottle of perfume I had ever gone through. Maybe body spray, but perfume. I love this sweet, warm cotton candy caramel young girly scent. Yes, this is a very young fragrance, but I just have to keep this in my collection. It's so delicious and just one of my favorite things to smell. So I always know when someone's wearing Pink Sugar. So we have Victoria's Secret Tease. This was a gift from my brother for Christmas a few years ago. And this is very, very similar to Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture, if you've ever smelled it. It's a fruity, kind of berry vanilla. It's just a nice scent. It's a nice perfume. It gets compliments. The lasting power isn't crazy, but it's definitely very likable and easy to wear. I don't gravitate towards it all the time. I have made a dent in it, if you can tell, but it's not something I gravitate towards all the time because I do like something a little bit different just in general, but it is a great easy grab. It's just that I like to wear different types of fragrances, so I don't pick it up all the time because it is a little bit generic to me, but it's a really nice scent regardless. Elizabeth Arden Green Tea. This is a green tea kind of scent. It's clean. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it. It smells like summertime by the ocean. This is a really, really good cheap fragrance. You can always find it so discounted. This to me smells like when you're in Florida, let's say, or just a vacation destination, and you walk into one of those little boutiques where everything is kind of light and bright and white, and there's like flowy dresses, if you know what I'm talking about. This is what the inside of that would smell like to me. That's what I picture when I smell this. Just a beautiful scent without being so fresh that it gives me a headache. This is the type of scent that I would spray when I get out of the shower. This is how I like those types of fragrances. Gucci Eau de Parfum 2. I believe this is discontinued as well. Wow. It's just memories in a bottle. I wore this on our honeymoon. I've said that in like every fragrance video that I've talked about it. And that's what I bought it for, our wedding and honeymoon. I've made a decent dent in it. I only wear it now when we're going on like our anniversary date or something like that. It's just a lovely, peppery, fresh, fruity scent. I kind of want to keep it special in this bottle for memories, especially since it is discontinued and I can't get it anymore. And everyone that smells this on my fragrance tray just loves it for some reason. This is like a popular one. Okay, let's talk about a summer fragrance. Oh, so good. I haven't really got the chance to wear this much because I purchased it at the end of summer and it's very night out summer kind of fragrance. This is Rebel Fleur by Rihanna, another celebrity fragrance. I don't like this bottle at all, but the scent inside is so, it's the perfect coconut, fruity, vanilla, warm summer night out fragrance. And it's beautiful and I cannot wait to wear it next summer. It's gonna be so good. Oh, it's so good. Quickly, I've got Forever Red from Bath & Body Works. This is almost empty. I specifically wear this at Christmas time because it just smells like that to me, and now I have those memories attached. It's very sweet, fruity, red berries, vanilla. It's just a delicious scent. And when I run out of this, I will probably just repurchase the body spray because I feel like that lasts just as well as the perfume. And I do not like this packaging at all, but this is one that I pull out around Christmas time every year and I spray it in December. So I probably should wear this a little bit in the next couple of weeks. I also have this Tea Party fragrance from TJ Maxx. I just saw this. I thought the packaging was pretty. It was super affordable, and it's just a nice black tea kind of scent. It says Tea Party infuses black tea leaves with a nostalgic romance of rose and pure sandalwood. That's definitely what it smells like to me. It's very nice, but it doesn't really last because it's a cheap fragrance, and I don't even know where you could find this, to be honest. I think this is my last full-size fragrance, you guys. This is Stella McCartney Pop. I purchased this because of Kathleen Lights on Mercari like several years ago. She said that it smelled like Barbies. It's a nice, fresh, kind of fruity floral, I guess. I'm not sure the notes in this, but it does have a little bit of that plasticky Barbie kind of scent in the weirdest way, but it's just a fresh, kind of fruity floral for me, and I do like this one as well. I don't wear it that much because it doesn't last super long, but it is a nice scent. Let's go through my mini ones really quickly, and then I don't think I'm going to talk about my body sprays in this video because it's already so long. So we have Fancy by Jessica Simpson. This is a warm, sweet caramel vanilla, just a great winter fragrance. It smells super yummy, and I would definitely purchase the full size of this. It's unique enough, but it's nothing so crazy different. I would say this is the more mature version of Pink Sugar. It's a little more classy and grown up, but it still has that sweet caramel scent to it. Okay, so here I have 2 travel size fragrances from different places that I really love. So the first one, I'm over halfway through. I'm gonna have to get a full bottle because this is one of my favorite scents. This is Valentina Pink. This is a jammy rose with like a strawberry raspberry note. It's got like that fruity undertone, but it's really just a sweet jammy rose. Like it really smells like rose jam from Lush. Smells so similar to that. If you like the scent Rose Jam from Lush, this is very similar, but it's gonna last longer, have better projection, all of that. It's in the form of perfume, so it does have that perfume undertone, but it's so sweet and delicious. Then we have Nest Indigo. I haven't worn this one too much. I've worn it a few times. Now that I'm smelling this out of the bottle, it smells very spicy, but it doesn't really smell like that to me when I wear it. Let's see. Spicy, fresh, very unique kind of woodsy scent. I have to be honest with you guys. Before, when I wore this, I didn't notice the spice as much. It was there, but it was more in the base kind of undertone. Now I smell more of the spice. But this is an amazing scent. It's very different, but it has a sweetness to it, at least on my skin. It gets sweet in a different way because it has this like, I don't know exactly what the notes are in this, but it's so beautiful. And it might not be for everyone, but I can't see how someone could not like this. It just smells so good. I have a little small size of my Flower Bomb, a little small size of my Blackberry and Bay, and then I have a rollerball of the Good Chemistry Queen Bee. This is the scent that I said is one of my friend's signature scents, and it smells amazing on her, but I couldn't resist picking this up because I had smelled it in store before and I just loved it. So I got a little rollerball. This smells so good. It's sweet, warm, amber, peony, fruity deliciousness. Such a likable scent, especially in the dry down. Then we have Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. This is a mature, classy women's fragrance. A younger person could wear this, but it's a little bit powdery. It has a Chanel vibe to it. It doesn't smell like Chanel, just like beautiful, mature, but it's not sharp like some of the Chanel fragrances are. It's very soft and feminine. It smells kind of like cotton sheets, like clean cotton sheets fresh out of the dryer, but it's not fresh or sharp in a very clean way. It's like a soft scent. Here is that little rollerball oil of the Baccarat Rouge that I talked about. This is a dupe. This is not the original. This is one of my all-time favorite scents right now. I am obsessed with this. I want to wear it all the time. I layer it with the Ariana Grande Cloud, like I said. It's just sweet, warm, burnt sugar. I know it's like a unisex scent, but this smells a little more feminine to me personally, but anyone could wear this. It's just so addicting. I just love the sweet, warm, burnt sugar, like unique kind of quality to it. Next, we have Nest Wild Poppy. This was sent to me with a Sephora order for free. I know the sun is like doing crazy things right now, you guys. We're almost finished. Just hang on. This is a sweet floral. Very sweet, but also very intense. When you put this on your skin, it's like, whew, very sharp floral, but it has that sweetness to it, which balances it out and makes it so beautiful to my nose. So that's Nest Wild Poppy. I like this one, and I don't usually go for florals that are that sharp. I think the sweetness is what really draws me towards it. Then we have the Oil Perfumery dupe for Santal 33. I haven't smelled the original. Actually, I think I did on someone, but I haven't smelled it from the bottle. In the opening, when you just smell it out of the roller ball, it's very woodsy, sharp woodsy, with that sandalwood, almost like kind of cedarwood scent. But it's so strong right out of the gate that it's like it has a different note in there that isn't there in the dry down. I don't know what it is. I can't tell if it's almost like fishy maybe. I love this scent though, so don't let that throw you off because it's a lot more affordable than the original, and as soon as it dries down on your skin for like 2 minutes, it smells amazing. You get that wonderful sandalwood scent. In the dry down, I love it. Here is my little decant of Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, a beautiful, mature, feminine fragrance. Not something I would gravitate towards all the time. Maybe I need to just spray it on myself more or smell it on someone else, but it is a beautiful, mature fragrance if you're looking for something for like a wedding or even like a special occasion. It's just not my favorite scent. And then here we also have the Comme d'Orsay Pacific Vanilla Extreme. I got this from Scentbird a while ago and I only have used this much because I love vanilla, but I don't know if I love it this much. This is a very, very strong, just vanilla scent. I like to mix a spray of this in with other perfumes to make them more vanilla, but I don't prefer it on its own. So that's Comme d'Orsay Pacific Vanilla Extreme. That is all of my fragrances, you guys. It took me so long to get through this. I didn't know if I was gonna make it, I have to be honest. I just talked and talked and talked. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more perfume videos from me. This was fun, but now my voice is really tired. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Come join me over on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.